I've been trying to make a 3D game, but almost all of my game development experience was based on 2D. And finally, I want to move out of my comfort zone and take a step forward and make a 3D game. And of course, I will be using the Godot game engine because that's the engine I'm most familiar with. But let's go and see the project. At first, it looks very dark and scary, but don't worry because that result was intentional. Let me guide you just a bit all over the place for you to see what I've been making in the past weeks. As you may know, I've been doing lots of 2D stuff in Godot, but with the recent update to 4.4, we've got a new physics engine, and that's called Jolt. And I guess I just wanted to try it out and build something cool in 3D. Let's move to another scene when I've got my terrain. You can take a better look without those lightings and shadows. That's the scene where I only got my terrain 3D. But you may ask what we are even looking at. And let me tell you, because that may be not obvious, I wanted to create a cave. And that's not the final result of this cave, because today I want to improve it with you on board, together. That will let you take a deeper look at my game development process. After a few hours of googling how to make 3D terrain, I found a cool plugin that's called Terrain 3D. Here is the version that I use, and as you can see, it works on 4.4. And I'm very happy with the result that I've achieved, because to create this whole cave, it took from me about 4 hours. But you have to be aware that I've been learning this whole time. I made a lot of mistakes while doing it, and I believe if I would like to make it a second time, it would be around an hour or two. But it's not even finished, and I want to do it right now. But before that, let me run the project and show you what's currently in my game. It's cool, but I don't have the fog turned on, so let's jump to the main, and here volumetric fog. I've got a player with some controls. You can see the wobbly head, and you may not see this, but I have also a flashlight. I need to spend a few more hours with the lighting system to make it better, as the lighting system in 3D is a bit different from 2D. I also have to learn a lot of new things. So you are not alone in the process of learning, don't worry. Let's close it and switch to the terrain cave, and I will show you the process of sculpting. Is that the right word? Of making a terrain with Terrain 3D plugin. Here is my Terrain 3D cave, and I've got more options on the left. Okay, it looks fine. You can see that this side has a lot of details. On the other side, there's also a lot of details. And on the left, it's a bit plain. I don't want to touch this part because that's the road that our player would be walking on. So I need to be careful to not mess it up. Okay, let's make something cool with it. Okay, this side of the cave looks fine. Let's jump over there. I believe that lots of you game devs could notice a few things that I could do better or make it faster. But that's what I love about game development in general. There is not only one path to creating a great game, and you can use many different tools to achieve your goals. Like the vision that I have right now in my head, it's slowly getting put inside my game. And if I get stuck, like for example, I don't know how to pick up items from the ground, I just Google it, find a tutorial on YouTube and move on with it. That way I don't need to watch, 20-hour long tutorial about 3D Godot, as I just search for smaller tutorials that could help me with my small issues. So my process goes like this. When I get stuck, I find a tutorial that could solve it, and that's it. And after weeks or months of doing it, I get more confident in what I'm doing in 3D. It was very similar for me in 2D. Okay, but that side of the cave won't magically turn into something cool. So let's move on with it. It starts to look decent, but there is one last thing that we need to add. Okay, I'm so far happy with the result. Also, I was thinking about making a sphere around this cave. It's close to being a circle, so making a sphere around it, as in some sort of ball, would make it a nice touch. As right now you can see the sky and we are in the cave, and that should not happen. But that's just a small thing that I can add later on, so I'm not worrying about that right now. The hardest part of this terrain is making roads for our character. So why not making another one with you on screen? Let's do it. It's not going very easy, but I didn't find better solution yet. Okay, let's see the result by flying over that path. It could be smoother over here, but I only want the upper parts to be a bit more perfect. The deeper the player is in the cave, I want the road to be harder to walk on. It looks cool for now. Later I will get back to it and see what else I can do here. And let's not forget to lowering the bottom of my cave. This part later on will be filled with water. At least that's the general idea, because at this moment I don't know how to make water. And that's the perfect reason to finding a tutorial for it. But I'm not going to do this right now and later off screen to not make you any more bored here. And that's the result of our today's cooperation with you guys. Road goes further, walls are sharp. But be aware that in this video I was focusing mostly on terrain, and later on, if you would like to join me next time, I would like to make the lighting system. I already have lots of logic for my player, but it was not connected with the main scene. Up to this moment I've only updated the community on my Discord server about this 3D project. And I would gladly create more videos like this one, where we create systems, logic, and finally a full game that maybe someday will be released for you guys. So let me know if you enjoyed this video down in the comment section. Leave a like and I see you in the next video. Bye for now.